What is good, y'all? How y'all doing? It's your boy Kerr from Michael Creative Media, and today we're gonna be doing a review of Dehancer, specifically Dehancer Pro. Okay, so on June 5th, Dehancer reached out to me and asked me to give an honest review on this. Let me read that email verbatim. Okay, we're looking for YouTubers that can produce a video review tutorial of Dehancer. Important thing though is that we are looking for an honest review, as it can help us improve, so we do not impose any requirements on what you say about Dehancer. Usually we give a 1-month license so that you can test Dehancer and record a review, but once the review is done, we will issue the full unlimited license. Alright guys, so that being said, we are there at that 30-day marker. It's July 3rd right now. I was going to drop the review on July 5th, but I'm going to be booked, man. I'm going to be busy, okay? So tomorrow's July 4th. Come on. We know what I will be doing on July 4th. And then July 5th is my daughter's birthday, so I'll be busy that day. So anyways, with that being said, let me go ahead and dive right into DaVinci Resolve, because that's what I edit off of, okay? Dive right into this. Get this open, and what I will do is I'll test it on a music video project that I've worked on. All right, by the way, this music video is out. It's from Black Pumas. It's called Hello. I did not edit the one that is out. I shot. That's it. I was the second cam op on that project. But hey, why not give it a try and see what I can get with the edit utilizing Dehancer. Right, guys? And another thing too, what I want to do to make it easier for you guys is I'm going to copy this and I'm going to edit on two clips, two of the same clips, okay? So one clip. The first clip, I'm gonna break down Dehancer and show you guys how Dehancer looks if you were just to apply it to a flat log file, okay? By the way, this was shot utilizing a Blackmagic Pocket 6K, the OG 6K. So let's dive right into this here. All right, so we have the footage right here. Let's take Dehancer, drag it on there. All right, so like I said, this was shot on the Blackmagic, so we're gonna choose the camera. We're gonna go in here, Blackmagic. So we shot on a Pocket 6K, and we shot using Gen 5. I think we had about 3200 that night. It was pretty dark. So as we can see, this is how it looks. Dehancer applied straight onto the footage. And that is with no tweaks right now. That's just filling in the camera profile information. All right, defringe enabled. All right, now we're gonna go in here. I normally, when it comes to Dehancer, I don't know why I've fallen in love so far with Cinestill 800T, because it gives a little bit more of a flatter look for me to work and push and pull colors within Dehancer. All right, so Film Developer, I'll toss that in there. I'm gonna boost the contrast slightly. All right, jump into film compression. So as a matter of fact, let me slow it down here for you guys. Let me close all of these options, selections, whatever you want to call it. Let me close all of this to show you guys everything that's in Dehancer, okay? It's a lot. And I gotta give it to Dehancer, man. They made it pretty easy to utilize Dehancer Pro. So we just ran over the input where I was able to choose my camera profile information, how we're shot and all that. Film, so we got to choose the film stock, which was the Cinestill 800T, or film profile, whatever you want to call it. All right, and with this you can push or pull however you want to. Normally for this, I'll keep it where it's at because I like that look already. From Developer, which we just did, where we can push and pull the contrast, the gamma correction, wherever you want to, color separation. I normally keep the color separation at 100. Color boost, you can push to up the color or bring it down. I normally keep that sometimes, depending on how saturated it looks or not. Like right here, I could bring it down a bit to bring that blue down some, but I'll keep it where it's at because I like how everything else is looking. All right, so film compression, I'll go in here, add a little bit of compression on there as well. And with film compression, I normally keep it exactly where it's at as well too. I don't really move too much around in here. All right, now expand. I can bring it up or down. However, I might bring it, there we go. Yeah, I might expand it a bit in the black point area. The white, if you bring this down, it'll open up the whites, or push it this way, it'll bring down the whites. I'll usually keep that at where it's at 100. Color mode, you can go normal or Luma. Let's see which one. We might keep it at Luma, right? Luma looks pretty good. We'll keep it a Luma. All right, so we can go in here and print. This is my favorite one. So you have Cineon film. You have Fuji 3513, Kodak 2383, or Kodak Glossy, okay? I'm going to keep this one on linear because everything else looks to be pushing the color too far, pushing away too much on the contrast. All right, so color head. I normally don't screw with the color head too often, guys, because like I said, I'm just testing it out here for you guys for the purpose of showing y'all all the options within Dehancer. But if I was actually grading this properly, all this stuff would be done already on separate nodes. If I was not using it how I'm doing it right now, if I was doing a proper grade. Anyways, so film grain, there we go. That's I disabled it. Now this is when it's enables. Normally when you enable it on Dehancer, it's already set to 35. Let me push it for the purpose of the video. You see how much more film grain is added once you push it up, and when you bring it back down, it's back to normal without the film grain. I'll keep this one at 35 because it gives it not too, it doesn't give a crazy film grain look in there. All right, so anyways, and halation, I'm gonna add halation in there. Halation looks a little too much, so I'll bring this one about 30. As a matter of fact, about 35. And then bloom, all of the bloom. Watch this. Boom. It gives it that. I don't know why. I fell in love with bloom in Dehancer because it really does bring out the bloom look. Look at that. You can push it up more, bring it down, push it up. But I'll keep it there where it's at the 50. If I want to, I could possibly honestly bring it down to about 35 as well. Here, so it doesn't be too crazy. But look at that. Look how it's blooming off the mask and the highlights there. Let's disable it, enable. Disable, enable. It adds, I won't lie, it adds separation with him from the background a lot more. All right, so film damage. I normally don't add film damage too often. It depends. So this is something more of a preferred look. If you were to add film damage in there, it's more of a preferred look. Same with film breath. It's more of a preferred look as well. I'm not big into the film breath look. I mean, it really does give a more filmic look to it when you add the film breath. But yeah, now I'll skip on that part already. I mean, for now, gate weave. For me, gate weave just usually kind of like brings it in more, brings in the image more, punches in a little bit more. I'll keep that off. I'm not a big fan of gate weave either. And then you have other looks like overscan. This is the look. It's more of a preferred look if that's the look you're going for with whatever you're shooting. Not a fan of that either. You know, for music video style, music video shoots for other type of music videos, yeah. But for this one, we were giving it more like a not a past look, but more of that he's traveling space look. If you go online, if you go on YouTube, Google, if you go on YouTube, look up Hello by Black Pumas, and you'll see the style that we went for with the video, or the director went for with the video. Like I said, I was just there to shoot. I was just a second cam on this. This is just the footage that I have, that I shot, that I'm showing to you guys how it looks with the edit vignette. Here we go, boom. Vignette is cool. For For this video, I wouldn't add a vignette in there. I would not, because it's already dark. And I don't need a vignette at the edges for no reason, because I like the colors as bringing right there. But as you can see, man, it's a little too saturated now. So if you wanted to, you could always come in here, add a node, pull out some of that stuff, saturation in the colors. Or you can just go back in here, right? Let me delete this node. Delete this node. Now, like I said, Dehancer, there's a lot more you can do, and there's so much you can do in Dehancer, man. I can bring it back up in there. Look at that. See, so much you can do with Dehancer. From developer, pull back the contrast. There you go, man. It is so much you can do with Dehancer. Right here, it gets a little too dark in this area here, so if I wanted in this section, yeah, bring down the blacks. All right, bring in the white points some more. So bring in more separate, go right there. So yeah, that's Dehancer strictly by itself on the footage, okay? And it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look bad, just utilizing Dehancer by itself, guys. Look at that. Of course, so I've mentioned all the goods that I like so far, right? But as you can see, this is one of the bads I do find with Dehancer, is it slows the footage down a lot. Watch, when it leaves the Dehancer footage and jumps onto the next one, boom. The log footage just plays straight through. So here we go. So anyways, that's the only bad I have with Dehancer, honestly, man. I think, hold on, let me look at my notes. Is that the only bad? Yep, that's the only bad I have with Dehancer, guys. That's it. Other than that, I mean, if you want to, you can always fix that by coming in here, doing a smart render and timeline, proxy settings, resolution. You can change that down to half, okay? So it's not... It's bad, but it's not a big bad. It's something that you can always fix by working on your proxies, okay? Or rendering, or how you render your cache. I usually render it down to smart so it can move a little bit quicker. And the timeline proxy, I'll bring it down to half. But for this one, I'm not going to, okay? And let me set my enter out right here. So anyways, now let's test Dehancer on one of my power grades, okay? So I'm gonna go here on this one. I'm going to gallery. Let me go with this power grade. Boom. Now with this one, I have it set up with my RE information. I mean, or if I don't want to do it, I can just do this. Okay, let me undo that one, and I could just go a node tree and apply a node tree onto there. So let me apply the node tree. This is one of my node trees that I had built that has everything in there. What am I doing? Here we go. So noise reduction, input, exposure, the base, saturation, sharpen. I have everything already in there. Glow halation. So everything is already set. Some grain in there as well. Kodak, film blur, trim. So let's play this. Let's go in here and play that note. Oh, wrong note. Let's go in here and play that. Boom. So that is the look already. It's slight grain, but now if I want to, I can add Dehancer into this one. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and add Dehancer in there. Add a serial node, and on this node, I'll add Dehancer purposefully, and boom. So Dehancer brings in so much more of that filmic look to it, as you can see. I'll bring it down some with that. Or we could just undo that. As a matter of fact, no. Let's keep that one there. We'll keep that. We'll keep every setting in here how it is. But what I will do is I'll bring down the film grain on this one now. I'll bring it down to about, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it down to about 15. And there we go. So that's Dehancer on its own. And then that's Dehancer on one of my grades with my node tree. And like I said, as you can see, it's a little bit dark in some areas. I could always fix that if I wanted to. You know, I could always come in here, make some adjustments around in there. So I mean, it's nothing too bad, nothing too crazy. I always make so many different options, but it's up to you. So like I said, it's all how you want it to look. But yeah, Dehancer is a great tool, guys. It is a great tool, and I have to admit, I love it so far. Without Dehancer, with Dehancer. Yeah. So yeah, man, that's my rundown of Dehancer. That's my review so far. I love it. I love everything it's been doing when I apply it to all my footage. It's making life a lot easier. Now, what do I think about it in comparison to other stuff? Like if you go into your library, DaVinci already comes with its own film look creator. Dehancer gives you a lot more to play with than the in-house film look creator on DaVinci. It really does. Dehancer gives you a lot more to play with than the film look creator. And Dehancer versus film convert nitrate. Now, yeah, they're not in any ways. They're kind of similar, but not similar, because Dehancer, like I said, still it's some leagues ahead of film convert nitrate. So on a scale of 1 to 10, if I was to pick, if I was to rate each of them, I would give film convert nitrate about a 5 or 6, and I would give Dehancer 8 or 9. Okay, and like I said, the only issue and that's with all of them, film look creator, Dehancer, and the other one, they all slow the computer down a bit. And like I said, all you have to do is go into your playback and make some adjustments there on your timeline, and you're squared away. Okay, just let it render for a quick second, and then you're good. The only bad, that was it. Just slow, kind of slow. But other than that, Dehancer is a great plugin, guys. I have to admit it. I honestly, when I saw it and when I reached out, I thought about it for a minute. I was like, will I like it? And I kept testing Dehancer against the other two, and all my edits since I've gotten Dehancer, I honestly have been utilizing Dehancer over the rest. I have to admit, I have been using Dehancer a lot. Honestly, if you look over all my YouTube stuff since the month of June, every video I dropped in June utilized Dehancer. I haven't touched any other film emulation since, man. And also, they gave me the app to review, guys. The app is great, man. So that's something else I've been utilizing a lot recently. So a lot of my photos, mainly for my photos that go onto my stories on my Instagram stories, or some of my videos on my YouTube, for my YouTube shorts. So all of those have been edited with Dehancer app, with the Dehancer app. And reason being, it makes it so much more convenient for me versus having to pull out my whole computer just to do a short or do a story. I have the app on my phone, and they gave me the app to test off for a whole year. Yeah, I have been utilizing the app a lot. I don't even, you know, I was utilizing Lightroom all the time for like a lot of my photos. I haven't touched the Lightroom app since I've gotten Dehancer app at all, guys. I've been doing all my photo edits. Even sometimes if I'm shooting some quick on my Lumix S5 II while I'm out and about, and or shooting my son, you know, I'm doing a quick, just shooting it over to my phone and editing in Dehancer app. Yeah, it has made things a lot easier with me for editing purposes, instead of pulling up Lightroom or going to my computer. No, Dehancer app is perfect. It's great as well. It gives you a lot of the same settings that you get here on the computer as well. So yeah, no, man, guys, I like it. There's not much more I can say about it. I really do like it. They wanted an honest review. My honest review is I like it. I like it. Like I said, I give it a 9, 8 or 9 out of 10, because there's always things that can be done better. So, like for one thing that I would prefer to be done better is if you jump right into Dehancer, and every time you enable something, I would prefer it to be enabled at 0, so that way I can just do the slider myself. Because I won't lie, it confused me the first time I tested it. I was like, what's going on? Why is everything just looking this one look right away? And without realizing, oh, wait, I can just mess with the slider and slide things here, slide things there until I want to get that adjusted or that look that I approve of. So that's one thing they could fix, to where if once you apply Dehancer plugin onto whatever footage you're working on, it doesn't automatically give you those settings. Those just start at 0 so we can slide up to where we want to start at. And then it's probably going to be something for DaVinci to work on themselves, because like I said, it happened with all the other film emulations that once you apply them, it slows down your edits a bit. So that's something else. But other than that, guys, yeah, honest review, Dehancer, wow, yeah, it's good. It's a great plugin. I have no bad to say about Dehancer. There's a lot of people that utilize Dehancer. I've always wanted to utilize Dehancer. I was so happy. I was surprised when they reached out to me, and happy I've got it and able to utilize it with my edits. So yeah, that's it, guys. There's nothing much more I can say. If you want to get Dehancer, guys, look on down to the bottom. Just click on that link down there to Dehancer, and you can utilize the code Kerry Michael Creative Media 7, KMCM 7, and you can get 10% off your purchase of Dehancer. All right, guys, that's it for me. That's all I wanted to share with you guys on utilizing Dehancer. It's a great program. Nothing more to say.